How's everybody going? Or how's everybody going? How's everybody doing? Z, appreciate you being here. Antoinette, appreciate you being here. Give me 1 second. There we go. I'm gonna cut that off. Boom to this. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. I don't know how I can go all day not doing anything and knowing I'm coming on at 4 o'clock. And hey, Betty, knowing I'm coming on at 4 o'clock and still be late. I haven't really done much all day, and then wait around till the last minute, and come up here and mess around and being late. I am. Give me 1 second. So how's everybody else's day going? Let me know. I can't complain. I'm actually getting excited for my cruise finally. Got a little over a week before I head out. And I just want to do one thing real quick. It's a cruise life. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. Okay, I think I'm all set up. Hey guys, our day is almost here. Oh yeah, it's almost over here in the UK. Yep. What about 5 hours, 5 6 hours ahead? So we gotta. I appreciate you stopping in before you went to bed. Appreciate it so much. I am going to be talking about cruising, but I wanted to talk about one of my it's a friend of mine from YouTube Streets, and I really enjoy their channel, and they're into cruising also. And I told them that, well, I asked them if I could. I want to promote them today. Embarkation Nation. Everybody that knows me, everybody that follows me knows that I love cruising. But you know what I love most of all? Cruising with family. And Embarkation Nation, they are a family, a young family, and it reminds me so much of me when I had my kids and we went cruising and traveling and things like that. And they remind me so much of my family that I want to shout them out. I mean, they're just starting out, so we're gonna try to get them some subscribers, get them some watch hours, and get them whatever else they need. Because that channel needs to be monetized. Uh, 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 you go around and I watch a lot of like cruise videos. Uh, I don't watch as much as I used to. I'm trying to get back into that now. But their particular channel is one of the channels that I love, especially because of Chloe, their little daughter. Uh, I love it. Give me 1 second. I'm setting something up. There we go. Everything's good. Okay. Um, we love meeting new people whilst out on our cruising adventures. Yeah, family will be at home when we get back. I like meeting new people too. Don't get me wrong. I still get out there and meet people. Um, but it reminds me of my family because when I was had my little kids and they got into the cruising life early and then they loved it. Um, as far as I know, never got sick on the ship, and they just always had a great time. And I love seeing families out there like that. Um, I had no problem. I usually like nowadays I usually travel solo. So if I'm traveling solo, I get out there and I meet I meet people all the time, and I've never not, had company if I wanted company. Cruising is fun anytime. Cheryl, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Hello, all my devices are dead, and the one that isn't is talking to my granddaughter. But hello, I'm here. No problem, I was about to say Keisha. Cheryl, appreciate it. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you coming by. Keisha, I was just talking to you with Betty today, and I haven't seen you out as much. So I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. I appreciate it. She's here, Betty. So again, for those of you that don't know Embarkation Nation, again, they're a young YouTube channel, and they're growing, and don't be the last one to get on their ship, because I mean they're growing, and I have their YouTube page pinned to the top of the comments. So if you haven't checked them out, or even if you have, go check them out. Make sure you're still connected, because I do believe they're doing things right as far as of how they get subscribers and how they get the watch hours, and being a young family, working family. It's tough to get out there and do lives. Luckily for me, I needed watch hours. So what did I do? I stayed on live all day long. Uh, some people can't afford to do that. It's a good thing to be retired. Will G, I appreciate you being here. Uh, thanks for coming in. So yeah, so that's why I'm going to push them today, and coming up soon, I want to talk to them a little bit further, but maybe like show bits and pieces of their videos, because they do a good job. And if you have family, if you have grandkids like I do, and you just appreciate seeing the families together. Uh-oh, cruising is fun is only talking on 2%. Keisha, I've been doing the same thing. Keisha says I've been resting. Keisha, I've been doing the same thing. I have not gotten out there. I have not um, been in the YouTube streets like I should have been. And when you don't get out there and you don't network, your channel suffers a little bit. Like for me, I mean, I know you really haven't started your channel completely yet, but it suffers. But again, you gotta have peace of mind, and the rest comes with that. So yeah, I am getting ready for my cruise. I started packing. For those of you that don't know, I am flying over to Brisbane, Australia, hopping on the Carnival Luminosa. It's been over in Australia for the last probably 3 or 4 months, and but now it's a Costa ship that Carnival bought. They transferred it over to a Carnival brand, and it's supposed to have kept some of its Italian flair. It was a Costa was a Italian cruise line, so hopefully it kept some of the flair from that ship. But it's coming to America now, and I will help bring it here. Yeah, yeah, Keisha, I'm about to get into that. And again, I really last year I did kind of the same thing. I went in reverse. I went from Seattle to Sydney, Australia. I loved it. I loved it. Got in the water. Got in. I didn't go to the nicest beaches or beaches like you see on TV, and that was my plan this cruise to go to some different beaches, and some of the ones you see like on the commercials and things. Anyway, because one of my stops is like Tahiti and the French Polynesian Islands, and it's uh, Nomea, New Caledonia. Uh, well, Carnival, advises us that our beach excursions have been canceled due to shark attacks over there in that area. So Numia, basically, the government is telling their people that they're not allowed to swim in the water because of shark attacks. So Carnival, took it upon themselves, like, well, hey, if you don't want your people swimming in the water, probably not the best ideal for us to let our passengers sail there. So they canceled the excursions uh, as far as getting in the beach or going to the beach. Hey, on deck with CB, listening, driving, appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I'm a little disappointed with that because anybody that knows me, anybody who watches my videos and things like that know I love when I go to a new place. I love it's two things: take a tour of the island and to get an understanding of the like a little bit of the culture and the people of the island, and then go to a nice beach and find a local beer. And I try to do that every place I go. I try to do that. And I was looking forward to it over here in the French Polynesian, which I don't know what a local beer would be over there. I don't know if they have a brewery or not. But because of the shark attack or shark attacks over there, I probably I may not I may go by a beach and may just take some pictures of a beach. But again, there won't be any uh, uh, in the water scenes for me on this trip. MLW Fisherman, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping in, my friend. Betty's welcoming everybody in. So yeah, so and also and that's over in the South Pacific. Well, closer to home, and I was it Cozumel? It might have been Cozumel. Uh, there was a recent stingray attack. They have like Carnival. They have like excursions, swim with the stingrays, swim with the stingrays. Uh, Something happened. As far as I know, I don't recall ever hearing a stingray attack with swimming with the stingray, swimming with the dolphins. I never heard of an attack. This particular time, I believe last week, I think Island Time was on the ship. I think it was Carnival Dream, and somebody from the ship they got a nasty little mark on their leg, I believe, from the stingray where it attacked. Not quite sure the whole story as far as why, whether somebody stepped on it by accident, whether it slipped out of one of the trainer's hands. I don't know the whole story, but that was the first time I ever heard about that. So, and I've never I never swam with the or never swam with the stingrays. That's not it's a stingray encounter. I don't think you actually swim with it. Was the Vista? Okay. Um, and you know, I've always had doubts about stingrays, and this did not help my doubts, my fears. So I may not ever do that. Hey, Scratch and Pete, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. And that's for my travelers out there again. Uh, I've been pretty lucky all my traveling days. Most of the time, never bought insurance. Never have. Never thought I needed it. Never thought, hey, I can handle anything. As I see more and more things go on in this world, and the chances of being left behind, and the cost of some of these ports to get out is just astronomical. The healthcare, and then if you don't have your passport, you got to get a expedited passport from the consulate. So again, I would suggest travel on a passport and get the insurance for my 22-day cruise coming up. The insurance was $49, and it covers COVID. It covers the medical expenses and the transportation back. So it's a um, decent thing to have peace of mind. And for me, again, I never because I always thought, when you were younger, you always thought You always thought, hey, I'm invincible, nothing can happen. I'm on a jet ski, nothing can happen. Whatever I'm doing, I'm on a in one of the four by fours driving around. I know how to drive. I've been driving four by fours my whole life. Well, it hits differently when you're over in Cozumel, you're in Costa Maya or wherever you're at. It hits differently when you got to go to the medical places. And Fiji, you actually have to have insurance to even to get off the ship. But Fiji did drop. They were them and actually Grand Turk. Grand Turk, I believe you had to be immunized to get off in Grand Turk. I don't think they enforced it a whole lot, but Fiji they actually did. Everybody to go there, you had to be immunized, and it's just one of those things. You just never know. You had to have insurance and you had to be immunized to get off the ship in Fiji, and they won't let you on the ship if you don't have the insurance. They won't let you off. They won't let you on the ship to begin with. So Australia would not let me on the ship to begin with if I didn't have that. So again, welcome everybody in. I appreciate you stopping in here. I'm going to get back to my upcoming cruise in a couple of seconds. I'm going to get back to embarkation. Embarkation Nation. They're one of the channels I really do love watching and following. And I love the family. Very very sweet family. Very nice family. Very supportive family. Hardworking, and they have a daughter, Chloe, just a little angel. Um, I think they need to be monetized. So we're going to do everything we can to get them monetized. When I say we, I mean me, you guys, everybody in the chat, everybody that I've come across. I am going to, uh, you know, shout them out. Hopefully to get new subscribers, and hopefully you guys feel the same way. And we'll share them on your channels. Share them on your community tab. Um, Share them out. And again, um, they're very appreciative. They will come by your channel and visit and watch videos and all the other good stuff and leave meaningful comments. Um, I think it would be I think you guys would once you get to know them, I think you will appreciate the channel. Yeah, Keisha. They finally did. I mean, I don't think they really enforced it. The last few cruises I went down there, I didn't look like uh, th- when I got on the ship, they weren't asking me for proof of immunization. So if they weren't asking me, they don't know if I'm immunized or not. Um, so I think it was loosely enforced. Oh, you guys caught a moment of the word. Good for you guys. So also, okay, we're going back to my cruise because again, I told you I'm getting a little excited. Looking forward to it. Um, I'm gonna try to do this a little differently than I've done like some of my other videos. I'm gonna do like I always do like a cabin. I think it should be mandatory to do a cabin tour. That way, you can always go on YouTube and look up your cabin, what it looks like ahead of actually getting your cabin, or after you get it. You get excited, want to see what your cabin looks like. Um, I think it's mandatory. Everybody who gets a cabin should have be mandatory to do a cabin tour. Anywho, I'm gonna do my normal cabin tour. I may start getting more into reviewing things I like, things I don't like. Usually, I just give like the facts. Here's the room, here's the plugs, he- you know, the facts, whatever the room is. Um, I may give more opinionated kind of things on this cruise. And one of the things that I'm going to start doing is also like restaurant reviews, as far as what I had, how was it, and things like that. I'm not really much of a complainer, so I usually if my food is hot or warm as far as Carnival's buffets, um, I'm generally pretty happy. But now I'll start giving more of an opinion. And on the ship that I'm going on, even though Carnival gave it a Carnival branding, uh, it doesn't have like the same restaurants. It doesn't have a Guy's Burger. Uh, I think the steakhouse is a different name. There's a few things that are different. They have a burrito and taco place, but it's not the Blue Iguana one like on most Carnival ships now. It's different, and as I said, they try to keep the flair of the Italian ship. Uh, One thing, well, the ship, as far as I know, I think it holds about 2,300 people. So it's not the largest ship out there, and it has about maybe 1,000 staff, 900 to 1,000 staff members. So it's not a very large ship. The reason I say that is my understanding with the cruise ship is there's only two pools. There's like the main pool, and then there's a pool at the back of the ship for in the Serenity area. Serenity area, for those that don't know, is like the adult only section, which is really nice. The Serenity having a pool that's they're supposed to. That's Royal got that right. Adult areas should have their own pool. Well, this ship has a pool, but the problem is now you have one main pool, and everybody, the kids and things like that, or families, they're all trying to use that one pool. It's not like two or three pools. There's only one pool, so I'm expecting it to be uh, a cluster when it gets to the states and it's fully booked. I don't know how packed this cruise is, but I think it's going to be a nightmare for people who don't like being around kids. Keisha, I use deck plans to research ship plan decks and rooms. Lots of great. There is Keisha. Find out where the room is on the ship. I prefer. Well, I like being on the Lido deck. I just always get confused because every time I come from like the buffet or from the pool area or whatever, I always go stand by the elevator until I realize I'm actually on that floor. So it takes a little while to get used to that. But and I like being not too far from the elevators. You know how some of these mega ships. I mean, you could like if you go to the aft of the ship, you got to walk you got to walk a quarter mile to get to the elevator. I prefer to be closer to the elevator. Yeah, don't they have like videos there, Keisha? Don't they have some videos they want you to upload your video to that site if I'm not mistaken. If it's the same one that I'm thinking about. For me, as I said, I'd rather do it to YouTube. You just search YouTube. I think if that's the same site that I used earlier before, they actually want you to upload your video to that site. And it's like, yeah, no, I'd rather get the views on YouTube. But I no, but I do. Again, I still go there in case I can't find it on YouTube. I do go there. But with this particular ship, by being new to Carnival, it's not a new ship. I think it was constructed back in 2010 maybe. Oh, okay. See, didn't know that. Now you piqued my interest, Keisha. Yeah, piqued my interest. Yes, you said the magic words. Um, I think that, as I said, this is not a newer ship. It's a ship I believe was built in 2010, the Carnival Luminosa. It's one of Venecia is one of the ships that's coming over, and I think it'll be in service. If not in service now, no, it's probably not in service now. It's probably going to come over from Spain to New York. And matter of fact, I was thinking about doing on that cruise. I got that cruise. I can do that cruise for $100. But I think it's at at the end of May, and I think I'm gonna be broke by then. By the time I go, by the time I go on this Alaskan cruise, I'm gonna be broke. So, but I don't know. I may try to do that inaugural cruise from Spain to New York, but it's another one cost the ship that Carnival bought and turned it over to the Carnival brand, or did the makeover in dry dock to a Carnival brand. It well, I don't know about the Venecia, but the Carnival Luminosa will not have the whale tail. The funnel will have Carnival colors, but it's going to be more. I don't know if you've seen the Freedom after it caught fire, where it doesn't have the fins like the whale tail. It, it um it'll be more like that. It won't have the whale tail. Hey, Golden Girl, welcome in. Andre Southgate, appreciate you being in here, my friend. So I have glanced, and I shouldn't say looked at. I've glanced at a couple of videos, but I'm trying not to because I want to be surprised. I want to, I have 22 days to discover the ship and walk off that food. I'm gonna try, Golden Girl. That's the goal is to try because you do. There's food, there's food available like all the time, and I'm gonna try to walk some of it off. It's good, especially like when you go into port, it's kind of easy because you're walking around a lot to the different ports and different things, different attractions. On sea days, a lot of times it's real easy to get complacent and just go sit by the poolside. And I'm gonna try to avoid doing that just every day. My second leg of the back to back, I have I have a spa cabin, spa, 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 spa cabin, and I've never had a spa cabin before, so I am looking forward to that. So that's the Alaskan cruise. So there'll be less time being outdoors on the ship because of the cold weather. So I'm gonna try to start maybe go to the gym, and then go detox in the saunas and the fragrance saunas or whatever they call those, aroma therapy saunas. So I am going to try that and see how that works. It's gonna be a lot of new firsts for me on this. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but uh, at the spa room, it'd be a first. So I'm just thinking about like the content. I try to think of the content, and the whole trip isn't going to be about content, but I do want an idea of what I want to go in with a game plan. So I'm just not going willy nilly and missing out on stuff. What ship did I do? I did a ship tour, and I rushed it, and I forgot an area that I wanted to cover, but I forgot the area. So I was disappointed in myself that I didn't. But again, I was a lot of the ship tour I was doing in the middle of the night. But this particular part I wanted to do in the daytime is the water park. So that's what I am going to do. Make my game plan. Try to make sure I get the ship. The different restaurant. I'm not gonna call them new because it's probably how Carnival. The restaurants probably be like they were before Guy's Burger came on and Blue Iguana. Before they came on, they had like regular hamburger places and hot dogs and uh, chicken fingers or chicken tenders. So I'm assuming it's going to be like that. I don't know about the quality of the burger. Hopefully, they're not the worst burgers in the world, but we'll see. We'll see. You'll see. Come watch the video. You'll get my honest review. Anybody else got anything going on? I know Betty is live. No, yes, tomorrow. What's today? Thursday. Yes, Betty is live tomorrow. I am Betty J Gathers, and she's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, and she has a premiere. Betty, do you have a premiere at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time? If you're still here, well, I believe that's her schedule. Yeah, it's an experience. All I can hope is I did it last year, and hopefully I can. Yeah, 3 p.m. Uh, Eastern Daylight or Eastern Standard Time. We're in daylight savings time now, so it's like EDT, but they're the same. I don't want to confuse people. EST. Um, so she has a premiere then and live at 9 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you go check her out. You know, she's always looking for new subscribers, and she wants people to once you get monetized, you kind of go beyond the I want subscribers. Now you want people. Now your mindset changes a little bit. You want people to watch your videos. You want people to watch the commercials. I know it's a pain, but that's how YouTube pays us measly YouTube creators. So when you get monetized, you're gonna be doing the same thing. You're gonna want people uh, to watch your commercials. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see commercials. You get a cut of that money also. For people that have premium, you still get a cut of the creators still get a cut of that. I don't as far as the take. I'm not sure what it is, but when I pay for my YouTube Premium, it's divided up between creators, but you don't have to watch commercials. And when am I going? I am leaving for Brisbane on April 9th, Easter. I'll be leaving Easter morning. I'll be heading out. I didn't even realize it was Easter, to be honest with you. But I'll be heading out Easter, and I'll be spending about 24 hours. No, about 22 hours in the air. I'll have some layover time. Uh, but again, I don't mind airports. I like walking around airports, and actually I can get some footage of the different airports. I'll be in LAX for probably a couple of hours before I head off to Sydney. Embarkation Nation, the channel of the hour, they're here. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in. Embarkation, they are the ones. If you see the logo up here on my upper left shoulder, right shoulder, that's my right hand. So left shoulder. Um, that's who we are pushing today. As I said, they're a young family, and they're getting into cruising and putting out the videos. And again, as I told you, as much as I love cruising, the only thing that makes it better is cruising with family. And when I look at their family, it reminds me of me and my kids, when they were small, and just the amount of fun that we had. And I mean, it's tough, and they're one of the channels that I actually like watching. You know what I just learned? A lot of times I watch videos on my TV. I just learned you can like videos on your TV. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I'm like, man, you can't comment, you can't like. All you can do is see the chat, and the chat covers up half the person, half the screen. Anywho, I found that you can do that. Um, but I think they're a channel that deserves to grow. I believe they're a channel that deserves to be monetized. They put in a lot of work and put a lot of family time in, and again, it's tough. So if we can all just make sure that their link is pinned to the top of the comment section, and if you go there, just make sure you watch a video, 3 to 5 minutes at least, hit a couple of shorts, like those, leave a comment, and that way so it sticks. Uh, Nothing's worse for a YouTube channel that's just starting out to get somebody to subscribe, and then tomorrow the sub falls off. And again, you don't know who it is, but again, you get there, you got 9 subscribers today, 8 fell off, and I mean it's like disheartening that and you're still progressing, it's just progressing slower, but it's just disheartening. So that's why I try to tell people, go over there, watch a couple of videos, make it, and with these videos, I think you'll like. But again, you want to watch it to make YouTube believe that, hey, I'm interested in this content. That's why I subscribed. That's why I liked, and it'll stick. Um, Nobody knows for sure what makes it, one stick and one not stick. Um, but again, I mean that's what our goal is, and I would really appreciate if everybody would go over to their channel, and even if you've already think you're subscribed, go check, hit the link, and make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the bell so when they go with premieres, that it pops up, and just if nothing, put it on in the background while you're cooking or you working out, whatever you're doing. So let it play. So because they're going to need subscribers and watch hours, and I don't want them waiting until the last minute to get watch hours. But Embarkation Nation, they actually have a merch store, which I'm going over. I haven't gotten there yet. Well, I'm sorry. I went by. I did a drive by, um, but I'm going over there, um, and I am going to purchase something. Don't know yet what yet, but But again, and that's the way of supporting channels. Uh, it's a way of supporting channels without them being monetized. Z, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's Cruise Life. We got to make sure we check our subscriptions from time to time to ensure that they don't drop off. Yeah, I did that to a couple of people. I did that to a couple of people, and I would have sworn I was subscribed to them. I mean, I watched videos and stuff like that. I would have sworn. I looked. It's like I'm not subscribed. And so again, what happened? Is it possible maybe I didn't subscribe? Maybe. I would have bet money that I did. But it's always just best to check. And again, that's for them to do that to you also, because they understand about growing. They understand about the networking, because they're out everywhere. They're out everywhere, supporting other channels, being there, going on their panels, and all the good stuff. They're doing everything right. But you know how it is when you don't see your channel growing like you think it should be. You get a little disheartened, and you want, why am I not growing like that? Why? And it just takes time, and sometimes it'll click. I got a lot of my watch hours. I got a lot of my watch hours from when I first started doing YouTube. People used to watch my videos a lot, and they would watch like all of them. And again, that was before I knew what I was doing. That was before I knew what I was doing. And I'm like, man, just wait till I learn some things, get a new camera. Just wait. Well, lo and behold, people started watching my videos less. Overthought. Maybe I overthought the process. So I know how it can go. Um, in the beginning, 85% of my videos were watched by unsubscribers. And I guess that makes sense because you're new, you don't have many subscribers. But 85% of my subscribers were unsubscribed, or 85% of my views came from non-subscribers. Now it's just the opposite. Now it's like 80% of my views come from subscribers. I want to up that non-subscriber. I want more. I want new viewers coming in viewing the channel, and I'm trying not to overthink it. I'm trying not to overthink it, but that's what I want. But a lot in the beginning, back before I started my push to get watch hours, again, I didn't do lives. I did nothing. I had like 2,700 watch hours, and that was from doing nothing. And That was done probably within 4 or 5 months, maybe, because people were watching the videos and watching them a long time. So uh, it can be done, but it just takes time. I got lucky. I ran into some good people. I got some subscribers, and then people running when I towards the end, right? My year was March 18th was my year. That was when I started the YouTube channel Warm Strong Adventures, and I wanted to be monetized by then because they started taking hours away. So I put a push on it. And luckily, as I said, I had friends that played my playlist, Embarkation Nation, shouting me out, Destination Fun. I am Betty J. Gathers is always there. So again, these are just people that helped me out, and that's how I was able to do it. Trust me, it wasn't me by myself. I tell you that much. Hey, House of X, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Embarkation Nation, again. And they're so nice. They probably don't even realize, how much it helped, how much it meant to be able to do that. And always go to another channel, and you pop in, and Warm Strong Adventures. Oh, he's a nice guy, Bill. We like Bill. I mean, people hear that kind of stuff, and that makes people want to come visit the channel. And so again, it means a lot to try to spread the word out there. Um, and that's good. I'm going to try to do the same here with them, and also other channels along the way. Uh, you know, Betty is monetized now, so I don't want to say I'm putting it on the back burner, but again, Betty and I need to focus on getting some viewers. So it's a little different than what we need. We need to make our production better. We need to make our thumbnails better. We need people coming through and viewing our videos. We appreciate everybody that comes through and supports us, and the 6 people in the chat right now. I appreciate you. But we want to spread the word. Right, now, it's like, hey, if you can, share the channel out, share this live out, because we once you get monetized, the thing is to grow, and I want to grow. I want my channel to grow with viewers and not subscribers. I don't want to have 5,000 subscribers and seven. I have 7 people in here now, and 7 people in here. If I have 7 people in here now at 1,000, I want 35 in here. Well, I probably want more than that, but 35. But you get my point. I want that number to grow by the same amount. I don't want to be stagnated with people not watching my videos. Oops. If that makes sense to people. So I mean, again, I appreciate everybody, but my focus now and um, baby brother, we are working on the same goal. We still got each other. Yeah, yeah, no, and we do. I mean, again, the certain people that you'll always be connected to. I'll always be connected to Embarkation Nation and House of X and Andre and Z. I mean, we all kind of came up about the same time, and we're all connected. Um, but the thing is, now we want to go beyond that. We want to grow, but we want to grow, as they say, organically, meaning people are coming over here because they want to be here. Uh, whether I have 1,000 subscribers, whether I have 10,000, if you're not watching the videos, 10,000 means absolutely nothing to me. It's all it is a number that I can try to maybe go get. I can probably try to go to a sponsor and get sponsored because I got 10,000 subscribers, which is not a bad thing, by the way, because there's a lot of different streams of income with YouTube. YouTube is just like a minute amount of it. There's a lot of other things that you try to do to get income, but I'll get into that later on. Hey, Bruce, thanks for stopping by. Andre, I was the same, Bill. When I started, I got most traction and interest. My first video, I got 100 subs. After that, people stopped watching. As often, YouTube is very unpredictable. It is, but again, you can't you can't give up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, um, well, let's use this live as an example. I've had lives where I had 26 people in here, and such, and how you go to YouTube Studio, you can see like the average for an hour, 2 hour video. They had 20 people. Well, I have there's 8 people in here right now. So do I get discouraged and like, oh boy, what's going on? Why? No, it's just one of those days. I keep pushing, and I'm thankful for the people that are in here. And as they say, the show must go on. The show goes on. And if I got 7 people in here, and those 7 people are watching and want to be here, that's who I want. That's who I want. Uh, I mean, and it's all good. And again, I appreciate each and every one, each and every person that comes to my channel and leaves a comment, and they reach out to me, and we chit chat on other channels, and I love it. I love it. I love doing that more than um, worrying about the number that's here, the numbers. Um, I can tell when I put a video out and it doesn't do as well as another one. See there's I want to look at to why it didn't do as well, which I may never know. As I said, I think my production level went up with my videos, but they get fewer views than some of my earlier videos. And what and this is going with me, and now you're getting into my head as far as how I think. Um, my earlier videos, to me, they felt like they were unique, and they might have been on ships that people haven't been on. So I need to do that more with these other videos. So when I go on a cruise ship, I can't do the same video that everybody else is doing. I can't go out there. Let's say I'm gonna go on the Carnival Jubilee. It's Carnival's newest ship coming out. There's gonna be 1,000 people dropping videos from that ship. I need to make my video unique. I need to have my thumbnail that's unique to make people want to come see my video. So that's what I'm working on now. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a place where people want to come see my videos. They want to see what I have to say. They want to hear the rambling by Bill. Let's get ready to ramble. That's what I'm trying to do. So my strategy has changed up a little bit than when I was trying to get just subscribers and get watch hours. Um, but I mean, and just because I'm saying this doesn't mean that's right for everybody else. But again, get to your 1,000, get your 4,000, and then worry about the. I mean, you worry about it. You worry about it constantly. The quality of your channel. I do at least. But again, I'm looking at changing it and what I can do to make it better. Hopefully that made sense to you. Z is thanking everybody that helped him get past 80 days sobriety, which is good for Z. Together we travel. Oh, Annette says hello. Together we travel. Hello. If I didn't say hello to Together We Travel, uh, I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you being here. Google and Rob, I'm glad you made it so much. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, so I hope that made sense to you. Again, I don't want to be one of those channels. Okay, I got 1,000 people. Um, I don't want to be I want to be a channel where people come in and they view your videos. Well, I'm just leaving it at that. They view your videos. Whether I have If I whether I have 1,000 or 10,000, again, if you have 10,000 and 9,000 of them don't watch your videos, what good are those 9,000s? So I mean, and that's the way I feel. I mean, again, so that's why you haven't seen me out here like pushing, trying to get subscribers. You haven't seen me pushing, as far as like playlists and running playlists and things like that, because that's not what I want to do now. I want people to come and watch my content. Angel, welcome in the house. Cruise Nuts, hello. Thanks for coming in. Oh, Google and Rob, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I love Google and Rob. I love watching their channel. They are so much fun. They and they've been to was it Santorini? What is it in Greece? Santorini? I believe it's Santorini. Because that's one of my dream places. I want to go to a cruise that goes there. That's one of my dream places. And they've actually been there. Yes, it does make sense. We love making friends and seeing their trips and the perspective, and we hope that we watch from the same reason we've learned. Yeah, you know what? But that's what the whole thing is. I want to try to make something. I want to try to make something that stands out. Uh, See, again, my personality. Some people they have a flair. They have a personality. I'm trying to work on my personality. I want you guys to come on, but it's a work in progress. So again, I'm trying to give. How do you say it, Angel? Give the people what they want. I'm trying to give the people what they want. So and going and saying that, people say, hey, do karaoke. Hey, get out on the dance floor. Get somebody the camera so they can see you on the dance floor. Well, if people are asking for that, I probably need to do that. Get out of my shell, get out of my introvertness, and get out there and give the people what they want. So I mean that could involve a lot of drinking, but if it's what the people want. House of X, you are so right now. The work starts now. Make sure tagging your editing in the thumbnails. Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, those are the things I'm working on now. Trying to get better at all the behind the scenes kind of stuff now, because I don't want to say you made it. When you get monetized, you kind of just starting out, and now the work begins to make your channel better, to make people want to come and visit your channel, visit your lives, they want to see what you're doing, and that's what I'm trying to work on, and that's where the personality comes in. But again, they like it, whatever it is, they like it. That little banter back and forth. Me and young lady in here, I am Betty J Gathers. We do. She comes on my live sometimes. I come on her live sometimes. And people love when we go back and forth. We disagree on something. They love when we go back and forth. They love it. I don't understand it because I'm always right, but that's a different story. Cruise Nuts, if I didn't say welcome in, welcome in. Santorini, yeah. Yes, it looked amazing. It and again, as I get older, I want to do it now where I'm able to get up and do it because it looks like a lot of walking involved. So I want to get up there and do it while I can. Um, Thank you for the 13 people are in the house. Again, the thing that I'm trying to do today is Embarkation Nation. I love this channel. They do cruising videos, and what I love about it is it reminds me of me in my younger years when I had my smaller kids and we were going cruising. Their family reminds me of mine, and I love seeing it. I love seeing their videos through their eyes, and how entertaining a child, and then watching the child just play. And the child's name is Chloe, by the way, and I love seeing that. And I'm starting to see it because my daughter has a couple of kids now, and I'm seeing it through their eyes, and I really love that. I love cruising, but seeing it through like a family's eyes, seeing it through a kid's eyes, even a first time cruiser. I love going like cruising with somebody that's never been on a cruise before, and and going over there and just talking to them and explaining things to them and watching how they feel about that. That I love it. I love it. But anyway, I'm getting back to Embarkation Nation. Their link is pinned to the top of the chat. So if you have not subscribed to Embarkation Nation, please go up to the top, click on that link, go watch a video, go watch a few shorts, like those, leave a comment, and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Guarantee you. You won't be disappointed. Everybody saying hello. Well, as long as your beer game is right, I'd watch a drunken dance. Saying, I just started growing my beard. You know, I don't know if you remember. I used to shave it way down, real low. I decided I'm gonna let my beard grow. I'm gonna play Santa Claus this year for Christmas. I'm picking up enough weight. By the time I got these cruises, I'm gonna be fat enough for. Anywho, but yeah, now I'm gonna grow my beard out. But come on, we all know that I'm. When me and Betty talk, I'm right. We all know that. Embarkation Nation. We all know that. Betty knows it. She may not admit it on air, but she knows in her heart. She knows. Yeah, baby brother Bill, BBB, baby brother Bill. He's right. Uh, Good and y'all are the same as other happy couple. Safe enough, be your authentic selves with one another. I love the you're fighting. Yeah, see again, they're not. They're just. I don't even believe the fights. Google and Rob. My next trip, I am coming. I am flying over to Brisbane, Australia, and coming back on the Carnival Luminosa. It's 22-day cruise from Brisbane to Seattle, and I'm doing a back to back. Then I'm doing from Seattle to Alaska, and that's April. The ship leaves out April 13th from Brisbane, but I'm flying over. I'm flying, leaving here on the 9th. Angel, the first time cruise, their eyes just light up. It is. Yeah, I love you guys. Embarkation Station. That is such a compliment, Bill. Thank you. I love being on the panel with your daughter, talking, cruising with our little ones. Yeah, and she was excited about it too. And I it just it takes me back in my day with my kids. And I'm just catching up on the chat. Breaking news! Together we travel. They're on a cruise. We're turning around and headed back to St. Thomas for a medical emergency. I hope the person is okay. I hope the person's okay, and the rest of the cruise goes uneventful. Together we travel. See. Thank you, Betty. Thank you. Z says in the 269 days we'll be on the same cruise. We're both going on the Carnival Jubilee. Angel is listening, driving and listening. Dolph, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. I'm just going on catching up on the chat. Yeah, it should be nice. I was telling people earlier, one of the things I like doing is that going to a beach, like a local beach, and in the South Pacific, they have all these wonderful little islands of French Polynesian islands. I guess they've been having shark attacks over there, Numia, which is one of the stops, New Caledonia, and they closed the beaches down for swimming because of shark attacks. So I'm kind of missing. I'm kind of bummed out about that. But again, I get to see something I haven't seen, so I appreciate that. Everybody saying hi. Make sure that hope they get the safety. Yep. I love this Australia and Alaska. This will be my second time going to Alaska. Alaska. I've been on 41 cruises. Alaska is in the top three. and it's actually probably top two. And the only thing I would think, last year I did a 23-day cruise from from Australia. That would probably be my most favorite cruise, and then Alaska. But Alaska is right there. If I can I do one A and B? Ah, caught up, finally. Yeah, Alaska is one of those things, but Alaska is one of those places where the videos don't do it justice. The videos don't do it justice, and I don't like cold weather, and I thought I was gonna hate it. Long story short, the only reason I went to Alaska the first time was I was in a casino gambling, and the pit boss had the same last name as me, and that's Armstrong. Hey, she stole my thunder. Thank you for stopping in the background. Appreciate it. And he just found that so funny. And every time I would sit down, he would come over and talk to me and just laugh and oh, same last night. And we just talked every day. I'm down there, yeah, yeah, okay. The last day I'm down there, and he comes up to me with an envelope, and he hands it to me, and it was a trip for any cruise up to 8 days within the contiguous United States. I'm like, really? Thank you so much, cousin. Now I'm into it now because he gave me a free cruise. I'm into it. So anyway, he gave me that, and I booked the Alaskan cruise. But I hated cold weather. I said it was the most expensive cruise I could find though, and I'm like I'm gonna hate this cruise, but it was free. I'm gonna take advantage of it, and I loved it. It's not a party ship. Don't expect the club to be jumping at 2 o'clock in the morning. Um, I loved it. Hey, Bill. I ignored those, Bruce. Yeah, she said I was right, but she laughed. But no, Bruce, that was just that nervous laughter. Also, yeah, I've never been like in the wintertime. I've never done it in the wintertime on Google and Rob. Um, Last time I went was also in May. It was probably more towards the middle of May. I'm going May 4th this time. But again, there was quite a bit of wildlife. The only thing I would tell people: make sure you bring your binoculars. Carnival on the ship that I did it on the Legend, I believe, and they brought a naturalist on board, and they told you what to look out for if they saw whales, if they saw seals in the water, whatever they saw, they pointed out to you. Bears on the shorelines, and when they're going through the fjords, they're going so they're just barely creeping along. I mean, you're just barely creeping along. You don't no engine noise. It's just so quiet. It's so peaceful. It's surreal. I mean, again, if you ever get a chance to do an Alaska cruise, I would do it. I definitely would. No doubt about it. Matter of fact, Embarkation Nation, I'm planning on going on their cruise. They're having a group cruise June 15th on the Encore. I'm not sure. Is it Royal Caribbean or is it Norwegian? I'm not sure. Anyway, June 15th, 2025, they have a group cruise, um, and Bruce from Ocean to Ocean is in here. Um, he's part of that group cruise, and I think it's turning into a helping hands for cruising uh, cruise also. So for those of you that are looking at an Alaskan cruise and you want time to pay for it, because they can get a little more expensive. This cruise actually had a pretty good price. But if you're 2025, June of 2025, you got plenty of time to pay for it, and you'll be going with some great people. And I think you really would enjoy that cruise. NCL Encore. Okay, the NCL Encore. That's what I thought. It wasn't of the Seas. So I'm like, is that really? Yeah, that's probably not Royal Caribbean, but NCL Encore. And I forget how many cabins they have sold already. Plenty of room for everybody else. And I haven't booked it yet because I have five booked right now that I'm trying to pay for. So that will be coming up. And Alaska, you can't go wrong with Alaska. Oh, this time around we sure gonna have a lot to show because we're gonna have an overdose of whales. Yeah, I wasn't vlogging when I went on my last cruise. I did not vlog, and I only have like a couple little, camera or phone pictures of like whales and things like that. I wish I would have because I saw so many whales breach the water. I mean, I was amazed. Oh, you booked in all three places. Nice. I think I did mine in I think I did mine in Juneau, and I mean we had perfect weather. It was great. It was great. But that again that's when you hear me talking about cruising, I say I can sit up here and talk to people about cruising and different ships, and I can do it all day long. Captain America says, for those who watch Marvel movies, I can do this all day. I could do this all day. Embarkation Nation, they're dropping the link as far. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Embarkation Nation, can you drop the link? Do you have a link to that? Don't you? I believe you do. But anyway, this is the information for it. And Ocean, and oh, I'm sorry, JNS Adventures. Cruising is fun anytime, and JNS Adventures. Bruce has room on a hold to reserve. Okay. Ah, my favorite. That's a good one. I don't even go to movies unless they're Marvel movies. I really don't go to movies. I could probably list on the last 5 years the number of movies I've gone to that weren't Marvel movies at the theater. Um, I love the original Marvel movies, the Iron Man, Captain America. I really love that Thor. Those are probably three that they're all right there that I love their movies. As they went on, Black Panther was good. I wish Chad Boswick wouldn't have passed away, so we just could have saw how that character could have developed. I like Spider Man. Spider Man is okay. I'm not a big Spider Man fan, but I'm probably gonna go ah, Iron Man. Nah, that's just too. Because I like when people didn't like the Thor movies. I still love the Thor movies. Yeah, I would go. I would go on a Disney cruise just to see when they have a Marvel theme or Marvel night. I would go just for that. I would go just for that. Like yeah, I like I like being at home. You got the sound system, big screen TV at home. Cut off the lights, get some popcorn and peanut M&Ms and a Coke. Yeah, it wasn't the best. They kind of started making Thor like into a joke. Everything was kind of a joke. Um, the earlier Thor were the Thor movies that I really liked. Um, Wakanda Forever. Yeah, I thought was Angela Bassett should have won an Oscar for her role. She did a really great job for the role in that movie. She really did a great, in my opinion, she did a great job. I kind of don't want them, Rob and Google and Rob. I kind of don't want them to bring them back because that would then nothing would be real. You know, if they can always bring, you know, that the time travel and all this other stuff. If you can do that, nothing is real anymore. So nobody really dies. I like it when there's a finality to a character like Iron Man. You know, it was a perfect send off. I mean, I'm in the theater crying, "Woo, Iron Man, no, no, no," you know, and to bring him back would just it would dilute that moment, I believe. Yeah, another. I mean, and they're doing the multiverse. They're the possibility is there. Doctor Strange. I like kind of like the new Doctor Strange, or it came out a little while ago. I liked it. It wasn't one of the best ones, but again, it's Marvel, so I liked it. And now you're telling me I can get I can go on a cruise ship and get a Marvel theme party out of it, or a Marvel theme night. I'm in. Matter of fact, on in Carnival just put out the list of movies that they're going to have planned on the ships in in May, and I believe Wakanda Forever is on that list. So I'll be out on the deck watching that. Yeah, it'll be interesting how they go on with the character from here. And again, for everybody who's just coming in here, you'll see up in my corner right here, Embarkation Nation. That's a young cruising channel that I really like, and I want to push them like to no ends. I believe they deserve to be monetized. They deserve to have the watch hours. They deserve it all because they kind of remind me of me when I was younger with my family. So I love watching that video with Chloe and uh, you know, Jennifer has the same name as my daughter. Andrew, well, he's Andrew, but I I think they deserve to be top of the list as far as being monetized. So up to the top of the comment section, you'll see their link. If you click on that link, go to their channel. Please subscribe. You know, watch a video, watch a short or two, like them, so that the sub will stick. Um, I believe if you watch some of their videos, I think you'll be back. I think you'll watch more. So I think their work speaks for itself, and they're only getting better. So you know, if you could do that for me, if you've already subscribed, go and check and make sure you're still subscribed to them, and let's build them up. You know, and yeah, for most creators, it's nothing like seeing especially when you're starting off, 200 and 300 subscribers. You know how happy you get when you see 10, 12, 13 subscribers and they stick. I mean that would just make your day. So for the next like my next live or my um, next time I go live, I'll probably still push them again. Hopefully, we can get them up there. They haven't been doing it long, but again, as I said, I think they're doing everything right. They you know, do lives, but more than that, they go on other people's panels. You know, they're in everybody's chat. People know their name when they see them. I would doubt if there's, you know, too many people out here that haven't seen their name or haven't don't know who they are. But now the question is just getting people to go watch the channel. And for me, it's one of the better channels out there. And I love watching families cruise. No, they're still getting. They still need the watch hours. You know, if anybody wants to run the playlist, they can run their playlist. Well, let me ask, because I don't even know if they have a playlist. I believe they have a playlist, if I'm not mistaken. I've been running so many playlists here lately. I lose track of who has a playlist and who doesn't. I'm in a playlist watch group, and you just run so many playlists. I don't know who playlist I ran. But if they have a playlist, if you want to run their playlist, because again, they haven't been doing this long. Don't wait till the last minute to try to get your playlist. Yeah, they do have playlists. Thank you, Google and Rob. They appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, and again, for me, we, there's a billion people on YouTube. There's enough viewers for all of us. There's enough subscribers for all of us. Um, we can all make it. We can all make it. Same here. We are always open to suggestions to also to grow. Yeah, I'm same way. Any kind of suggestions anybody has for me, I'd love it. I mean, I love, you see a video and like that's what I love about Betty. I go to Betty or Eddie Lugo. Hey, what do you think about that video? It was too long. That scene ran too long. The video was too short. Um, Show your face. Use your voice. Which that also discouraged me because again, I told you when I first started and I didn't show my face, didn't show my face, and didn't have my voice. I just did ship tours and things like that. I didn't did I even I don't know if I even knew how to add music to it. Those are some of my best videos. Just something simple like the room tours and things like that, and I never showed my face. Those are some of my best videos. And I say, Betty, show your face. Oh, talk more. And all of a sudden, my videos they don't get the same amount of views. Betty, no. That's what I love about Betty and Eddie. They will tell me what they think is what I need, and they were, Betty was right, Eddie was right, um, and I appreciate that. And we try to give like constructive criticism, not mean like oh that was trash. No, I mean telling somebody their video is trash is not helping. I didn't like your video because I get motion sickness. So when people like spin around with the camera and I get the camera and you're just moving like this and you think it's gonna come out, you're dancing on the dance floor and the camera's doing like this. I get motion sickness. I literally have to turn my head and can't watch it anymore because I start getting nauseous. Um, when it comes to something like that, like certain video games, I can't play because of that. If there's a lot of spinning involved, I can play Madden and Call of Duty. I play that. Halo. I just started playing Halo. Somebody in this chat was always playing Halo, so I started playing Halo. Anywho, um, but again, those are the kind of suggestions that that are helpful to people, um, and not hurtful. Watch the video and say something positive about why what I did like this, I did like that. Uh, yeah, it's good to know. I mean, we all want to know. Oh, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to movies for a second. Don't tell me anything about the movie. I don't want to know anything about the movie. All I want to know is, have you seen John Wick 4, and was it any good? I know it's 3 hours long, but I just want to know if it's any good. I don't want to know anything about the movie. I don't know what happens. I don't want to. Don't tell me who lives, who dies, who's all. I don't want to know. This will be one of those non-Marvel movies I go and see. I kind of like that. I think I'm getting duped, but the Dungeons and Dragon movie, I kind of like it. Maybe I'll go see it. Maybe I can see it on wait for it to come out on TV. I don't know. Haven't decided. So anybody else in here? Anybody else got any cruises coming up? Anybody else got any travel plans coming up? Hey, Cruising is Fun is back. Thanks for coming back. I know Cruising is Fun. Her and JNS Adventures, um, they're husband and wife. But they have two channels. I believe JNS is it JNS Adventures, Cheryl, or is it your channel that you're going to have 4 o'clock Central Time? Is it 4 o'clock Central Time? They're going to have a group of people talking about cruising, and I believe it's like well, you call it like the girls' trip, right? Where you're talking about your channel or your next cruise maybe, and you got all the girls coming up talking about it. There's gonna be a panel of like 3 or 4 people. I think some are experienced cruisers, some are newbies, rooks, or what rooks, newbies. What else do they call new people? Anywho, um, I I believe it's Sunday, and I believe it's 4 p.m. Central Time. I believe, yeah, I believe. I know Cheryl normally has a show on Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time on Sundays. Girls Trip, there we go. Okay, JNS Girls Trip is this Sunday at 2 p.m. It's going to be there live at 2 p.m. So if you're new to cruising or you just like cruise trips tips, I know Jeremy. I don't know if Jeremy's going to be there because it's the girls' trip. I don't know. So Cheryl might have to do the pro tips. But make sure you go over there and check out their channel. I'm sure they will appreciate it. And I really can't think of any other. Um, I'm trying to think of like different new and different shows. I mean, a lot of us have the same shows we have at the same time. So JNS, Jeremy will be there. He has to moderate. Okay, it should be a good show. Cheryl and Jamie, they interviewed my daughter Jennifer and Jennifer from Embarkation Nation about traveling, what it's like to travel cruising with kids. I thought it was a great show. Should have went viral. So, but if you it had a lot of tips in there, so if you're traveling with kids or grand for me it's like grandkids, a lot of good information in that video. So everybody in here, I mean, check out everybody's channel. If I like Betty channel. I'm not much into into like health channels and things like that. But Betty, me and Betty are around the same age, and it's good talking to people about what it's like growing older. Not old, but older, and things change, and it's good to be around people you're around your age, give or take 5 years this way, 5 years that way, around your same age. I mean, again, I may feel like I'm 50, I'm not, but it's good to be around, and that's what I love about Betty's channel. And she may always wonder, like, why does he keep coming? She's supportive for one reason. That's why another reason why I love her. But we can actually talk, and we kind of like we kind of understand each other as the age thing. We don't necessarily agree on everything, but again, it's a lot of fun. That's another channel I think you guys would love. Um, if you go over there and check Betty, make sure you type strong, a hashtag strong, drop your link so that people can go over there. And again, I'm sure a lot of you probably already know who she is because She's everywhere. Her, Scratch and Pete, these people, they're everywhere. And I love. I just found out how to add like um, channels to my community tab. And again, what I put down there was like close friends, and I just learned how to do that. I think I have about 12 channels that I have like on that. But those channels are ones that are like, I want to say YouTube family, but they're close where I feel the support, and when you feel support, it makes you want to give support. So those, if you ever get a chance, go to my community tab on my channel, and you'll see like about 12. And I'm not done adding. I'm still going through the list. I just learned how to do it. But these were some of the ones that just came to mind for me. Um, there's another one that hangs out with kind of this immediate group. Bruce, Embarkation Nation, Z. Um, Betty. I mean, it's like this little group that I was around for a long time, and it's special. Destination Fun is another one of those channels. They're not here. I don't see them here right now. They work. People have lives, um, but very supportive, and you see her everywhere. You see them everywhere. I always think it's Sherry, and it probably is, but there's two of them, Danny and Sherry, and they did an Alaskan cruise, and they had some great footage from their Alaskan cruise. Um, Z says his channel will be live Sunday. I'm sorry, Saturday, 1 p.m. Central, talking about cruise tips. So that's 1 p.m. Saturday. So anyway, again, I'm not going to be on here much longer, um, but I just wanted to come on and just talk about my cruise, because I am getting excited about my cruise coming up, and it's been a while. It's been a few months. I was excited to go on a cruise with my family, and that was in October. Um, that was a lot of fun. I did the Horizon in December, but it was supposed to go to ABC Islands, and ABC Islands are Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. We went to Aruba. Curacao, I got rained out, and Curacao they changed it for what, I don't know what reason they changed it. So I wound up going to like I believe Amber Cove, and I was bummed out. No, no, La Romana, which is a place I haven't been before, so I appreciate going there. But again, it wasn't the ABC Island, so I need to go there. Um, so anyway, going back to excited, this next cruise coming up on the 22-day cruise. I'm excited because I hit some different ports. I hit Nomea, French Polynesian Islands. I hit Tahiti. I go back to Hawaii, and I also hit Fiji again. But Tahiti has always been like on a bucket list. Fiji was too. Hawaii was too. But Hawaii, I figured one of these days I would get out there. But last year when I hit Fiji, it was like, I mean, man, this is a bucket list cruise here, and Hawaii. So, well, this year, French Polynesian Islands and um, Tahiti. I'm in, and I can't wait. The shark attacks out there got me a little nervous, so me frolicking on the beach may not be in the plans. I'll go there and get some sun, but I'll be careful how far out in the water I go. If they allow you to go into the water. I know Nomea sounds like we're not even allowed to go into the water there. Unstable TV shorts. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Any questions or anything from anybody? Don't forget, top of the comments section, Embarkation Nation, their link is pinned up there. So if you have not connected with Embarkation Nation, it's a family that does cruising videos, and they have little Chloe, little princess. Um, Go check out their channel. hit that link, go watch a couple of videos, go watch some shorts, like those videos, watch at least 3 to 5 minutes of a longer video, and subscribe and help that channel grow. They're one of those channels that I really think they deserve to be monetized. So that's why I'm pushing that channel, and I'm going to start trying to do that. Like every time I go live with Banter with Bill, and I appreciate all 13 of you that are in here now. I appreciate you all being in here. I think every time I go live though, I'm going to try to push uh, a channel, especially a channel from as Bruce called it. He said they love their cruise family, the cruise YouTube family. I am going to shout them out and try to get them a few more subscribers. Again, it may not be a ton, but uh, any of them help. And we all want to grow, and I think we can all get monetized. I truly believe Embarkation Nation will be monetized within a year. Uh, them and Destination Fun, the way they go out there and network is unbelievable. Cheryl is like that too. Cheryl, cruising is fun anytime, and JNS Adventures, they're always networking, and they're always coming up with unique ideas, new ideas. Especially Jeremy, he teaches a little nightbot class, and he has different tips as far as the setup of YouTube channels. So, hey, there's a lot of great channels in my what I consider my little YouTube family that I've been around for some time, and I'm gonna start shouting them out since I was lucky enough to get monetized. Partly to them, I want to give back and try to get them moving in the right direction and keep them positive, because again, these YouTube streets can beat you up. You put all this work in and you don't see yourself growing like you want it to grow. Uh, I mean, it's just it can drag you down, and you're like, why am I doing this? And um, should I do this anymore? Because I mean, again, I've done that. I even after being monetized, I still done it. It's like, you look at, and maybe one day, we'll talk about how much money you get, as far as being monetized. It really it's nothing. It's nothing. As you get more viewers and as more people watch your videos, then it starts to grow. But a thousand is like the baseline. That's the bottom. You're making this live. If you, I got a couple of super chats here, but if you took those out, this live will probably only make 30 cents or 40 cents, and that's within the next week. So I mean, again, it's still there, so you can still make money as you put videos out. They can still make money. That's why I prefer doing videos over lives, because I think more people watch videos over and again. So if I do a video on Tahiti, that video may be up for years, and people want to watch it. And that's what I'm hoping, at least in my head. That's what I'm hoping. Ocean, he sees everybody saying hi, but again, if you're driving and on your phone, it's tough to tag people, and it's tough. I hate it. I hate when I'm on my phone. Whenever you see me come in and just say hey chat or whatever, usually I'm on my phone and I'm not tagging anybody because it's just too tough. Unstable TV shorts, yeah. I mean, again, so when you go to these channels, give them an encouraging word. Give everybody these encouraging words. Uh, eh, Thanks for the support. Okay, thank you. Hey, Destination Fun. Thanks for being in here. Embarkation Nation. Hello, everybody saying hello, hello. So yeah, and again, I gotta admit, the channels that I've been around, for the most part, great people, nice enough people that you want to meet. I mean, me and Betty, we were talking about this earlier. Um, and as far as meeting people off YouTube, I don't mind like meeting on the YouTube ship, like on a cruise ship, but these are the type of people that I think you want to meet in person. if you did a meetup, if we did a meetup someplace, I would like to see the people that are if you go to my community page, you'll see some of the channels. Again, haven't got everybody there yet. I'm learned how to do it last night, and it's kind of last minute type of deal. But I'm going to put what I consider my YouTube family on that list, and those are the people that I see every day. We've sent messages back and forth on Messenger and things like that. Talked about life, just all that good stuff. It doesn't mean that if you're not on that list, if you're not there, it doesn't mean that I still don't love you guys. You know, you're the cousins. This is like the immediate family, um, and I'm sure we all have that. Uh, we all have that makeup. There are certain channels that we really enjoy, no matter what the topic is. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Embarkation Nation. I was just like I was talking about earlier. I mean, very supportive. But again, I know how hard it is when you work, your partner works. You have kids. I know how hard it is to get out there. But I mean, when I was doing, my, late night rambling, you know, Destination Fun was there. And being a moderator, not asking for anything in return, being a moderator and always being there. Um, so those things for me just don't go unnoticed. And I know I'm kind of rambling now, but that's why I'm doing this. What I'm doing, this right here, is because it's my way of giving back somewhat. Hydrate. Thank you, Keisha. Should have been alcohol, but I digress. But they are. Keisha. Keisha is so supportive, and everybody knows her everywhere she goes. I mean, it's shocking. She just started her channel. She has a couple of videos on there, but even before she had her videos up there, everybody knew who she was. Keisha H. Everybody knows Keisha, but that's just how supportive she is. I mean, again, and I love being around people like that. It doesn't mean you're gonna be there, every day. It doesn't mean that's not just being there every day. Is not necessarily it's support, but it's not necessarily being supportive. I mean, always having a kind word for you, commenting on your posts, commenting on your videos. I mean, it actually it takes work. Betty J Gathers, she's the biggest cheerleader. She's always Betty. I mean, my goodness. And again, we're not even like we don't have the same niche as Betty's always talking about, but just always supportive, always there, always willing to look at my video, and tell me what she thinks, and tell me what she thinks I need to do. Um, Allows me to go on her channel and she'll shout me out to her channel and things like that. She's probably been the most supportive person on YouTube uh, that I've met. All my time, everybody I've met in YouTube, she's probably been the most supportive. I can't think of anybody who's been more supportive. Not saying we always agreed, but again, you don't always agree with everything from everybody. We've been lucky enough to meet Jeremy from JNS Adventures, and he and Cruising is Fun anytime are the real deal. Cruise Vet Adventures also was such a nice guy. Cruise Vet seems like another nice guy. He's done some, he's made some offers that shocked me. I won't get into the offers or anything like that, but not to me, but to other people that amazed me and just showed me what kind of person he is. And even though it didn't involve me, I was impressed and I appreciated it. These YouTube live streams and videos have kept me out of deep depression. I appreciate all of you. Oh, well, thank you, Keisha. I'm glad we can be here. I'm sure everybody else is the same way. But again, no, you're people like you is what makes me want to keep going because it's fun. It's fun talking about things, topics with other people that are. I like to be positive. I don't want to dwell on the negative, which why I never really like done reviews and things like that. Um, you're not gonna really hear me say too much negative. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more reviewing of food on a cruise ship. But I want to hear about the good things. If something was horrific on a cruise ship, I want to hear about that. But again, things like that happen so far and few in between that I'm gonna give the cruise lines the benefit of the doubt most of the time. Well, that laugh in the morning, if I haven't had my coffee yet, it might be just a little bit too much, Andrew. Betty's laughing in the morning because Betty's always laughing and having a good time. And when I'm just waking up in the morning, I need my coffee. Yeah, and I mean, usually there's, I mean, and it always bothers me when I see people on, excuse me, on cruise ships, um, getting upset with like with the staff, and usually it's just a lot of times it's a language barrier, or they simply forgot, and all you do is just, hey, do you mind if you're getting a bucket of ice for the room? Well, you got a lot of cabins, and maybe they just didn't get around to it, or maybe they forgot. Just ask again. Every time I've been on a cruise, every cruise I've ever been on, every staff member has tried to be helpful. Were they helpful? Maybe sometimes no, but they've always tried. And for me, life is too short to be out dwelling on the negative. I mean, I won't be upset because I went on a cruise ship, and it was the Spirit. It just came over from Australia just after the pandemic when they first opened back up. They didn't have any shows, and Carnival's excuse was, now granted, this cruise ship came over from Australia, so it took a week or so, 2 weeks to even get here, um, and they knew they were doing it, but they didn't have the entertainment staff together to put on a show. They had just started by the time when the ship got back into the United States. Well, they could have been doing that, all along. So I mean, Carnival dropped the ball on that one. But I didn't dwell on that in my videos because you know what? I went to the piano bar. I went to the casino. The little shows they did have. I went to those, and I made the best of it. And again, I enjoyed it. The food was cold, so again, not the best. But then I just adapted, started going to the main dining room more, and the deli. But that's it. I've been on here longer than what I wanted to be. Um, I do appreciate. Oh, hold on. Destination Fun. Are you guys going live tonight? You and Shasta Travels, or is that a no go? I know Destination Fun. I know her and Shasta Travels. They go live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. It was Tuesdays and Thursdays here lately. Okay, no live tonight. So no live tonight for them. But next Tuesday they'll be going live. So make sure click on their channel, Destination Fun, hit the bell so you get the notification. But next Tuesday 6 p.m. and I'm sure this weekend, Destination Fun will be popping up doing live. She'll be popping up doing live somewhere. Okay, that's what I thought. No more Thursdays. Um, but I'm sure she'll be popping up doing lives. And of course, she's out in warm weather now. So people up here in Michigan, we live vicariously through people in Florida. Uh, Destination Fun. I am Betty J Gathers. We kind of live through you guys. So when they do pop ups and they're outside, I look forward to it. So with that being said, again, Embarkation Nation, make sure you go top. Their link is pinned to the top of the comment section. Hit their link if you haven't subscribed to them already. Please go and subscribe, or even if you have, go check and make sure you're still subscribed. Um, I'd like to see them grow. Also, a good Destination Fun. Remember, I told you this is gonna be like a weekly thing. So Destination Fun is one of the other people from my family that will be coming up here, and I'm gonna be pushing for their channel to grow. Um, but everybody in here has a great channel. So again, if you want to talk cruising, a lot of the cruisers in here, JNS Adventures, um, great channel. They got something coming up Sunday, 2 p.m. Central. Reach out and have some nice words to say to them. They really will appreciate it. But they appreciate the subscribers and watch hours. So if you get a chance, watch a playlist and all the other good stuff. All right, I am going to get ready to get out of here. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for stopping in. I will see you next Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And Monday, hopefully at 4 p.m. Monday, I will have a video for you. Not sure. If not a video, I will be going live again. I have to get motivated to make videos again. But I do appreciate you stopping in, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.